If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. There is this theory going around that Travis Scott will drop Utopia either next week or the one after. Now, there was also a couple of, hints that he was going to drop it tomorrow, so this Friday, which is likely not going to come true because we're very close to midnight and it's not, not any signs of it releasing. But there's this theory that I think dropped around 3 or 4 days ago on the subreddit that I wanted to go over with you guys. And Ollie RC already dropped a video, much love to the guy, and the guy who made the theory on the Reddit also commented under his video, so pretty good chance he's also watching this one. I just wanted to give my thoughts on this and also, present it to you guys that maybe haven't seen the other video. I just wanted to give that shout out real quick. But let's actually look at this theory because it gets very interesting. So this is it. This is the post on the Reddit. I'll have it linked in the description as well for you to go check it out and see what maybe people left comments under it or something. But let's go through this. So it reads, genuine theory about Travis Scott dropping this Friday/next Friday. And it goes on to say, so there's been a decent flare-up of news recently, at least in my opinion, and I'm going to share my thoughts on why I think Travis is dropping this Friday. So already a very, very bold claim that he's dropping this Friday, which in this case was going to be the 9th, so today or tonight, which he likely not going to do. Maybe like 3 or 4 days ago would seem more realistic, but now I'm thinking this more applies to next week or the week after that. So let's go through this. He listed 5 main reasons. We're going to break them down. The first one is the Kevin Durant Insta story showing him playing Lost Forever. Sure, he could have easily just been listening to a leak, but it's not too often you see a sports player posting an unreleased song from SoundCloud, whether Travis showed it to him or not. Plus, KD was at Travis' concert, so there's a chance he has more info than we do and got the go to post that thing to steer things up. So this, I think, is actually a pretty good sign, and I don't think that this necessarily means that it's dropping this Friday or next one or anytime soon, necessarily, but it is a good sign that the songs are close to being finished, at least Lost Forever, which has been a leak for a very long time. We know that Kevin Durant and Travis Scott are pretty close, in real life as well, so no wonder is there that Kevin was very close to him and got that leak. Likely Travis allowed him to post that because the way that the two of them are so close, I feel like it would have just been weird for Kevin to post a leak. So I feel like there's definitely some official stuff behind it. There's actually a pretty good point he made. So I think that at least shows us that it's close to being finished. The second reason he said on here was Shade 45 playing Knife on the radio. Whether or not it's a fully released song that comes out with Utopia, it still seems odd that they will play that song. It wouldn't surprise me if they had been allowed to post it by Travis Scott / Cactus Jack itself. Now this one is also a pretty good one. So Shade 45, I didn't actually, I didn't see this or and didn't know this was happening, but I looked it up and Shade 45 played Knife, and Knife is a leak we've been having for eternity now. I feel like it dropped beginning of this year, so beginning of 2022, January, I believe I heard it for the first time. So this leak has been going around for quite some time, and Shade 45 playing this also means that it is at least in some level close to completion. And also, if this is a track off of Utopia, then that would also mean Utopia is being close to, completion and also close to being released. Now, the third point that he made in this post was, this one's a long shot, but every other album's anniversary has come up so far, which could mean for maybe the message of the album or some other reason that he's going to drop very soon afterwards. This one's probably the least likely, but it's just a thought I had, so I figured I'd put it here. Now, as he said himself, this one will likely not play as big of a role in the release of this thing just because every other album's release date has passed. We're talking about Astroworld, we're talking about Birds in the Trap, about Rodeo. I don't think that this would play a big role. I don't think that Travis makes the release dates of his albums dependent on when he dropped in the past, but it's at least something to consider, but I don't think this will play a big role. The fourth one is the Zouk nightclub show on the 17th, something we talked about 2 days ago as well. This is probably the best reason so far for me personally. The original leak about this nightclub show showed that Travis would be previewing unreleased music. We all know Travis hates leaks and parts of his album being heard before they drop. So why would he want to throw off first listen experience by showing us that what we're going to hear? I feel like he's going to drop within the next 2 weeks before the nightclub show That way people get to hear the album first. And this one is a very strong point. I believe that this one is actually pretty good. Now also, if you consider that the show is like the nightclub thing is on a Saturday on the 17th, and next Friday would be the 16th, it kind of is like maybe he'll drop on the 16th, and then we get to hear him do the Road to Utopia thing on the 17th. And it is very true that Travis Scott hates leaks. We've had it with the whole Astroworld thing as well. He hated the leaks. And why would he give us leaks, like personally, before the album drops? Maybe it's a new way to release his album, but maybe also the album will release before that. That's something that I always thought about this, because if he's previewing new music over like months, over these 7 shows that we have with the Zouk nightclub, at the end we'll just have a bunch of leaks and a bunch of like phone recordings from the shows. So I don't think that is the way that Travis wants to go. But this one is in here as well. And the 5th one is Mike Dean being done with the Weeknd's tour. Travis Scott needs Mike Dean to finish the album. Now that Mike Dean's done, they can work together and put finishing touches on the album. Considering that Travis has been at a lot of the Weeknd shows, there's a good chance he probably recorded a song with the Weeknd and also work with Mike Dean. Now they probably want to put the final touches on before the official drop. And he ended the whole thing saying, maybe I'm just tired of waiting, but in my opinion, these theories make complete sense for why Travis would drop soon. I wouldn't say they make complete sense. There's still a lot of assuming in here, a lot of hoping. Also, the last point with Mike Dean, I don't think that they would work on the album. I don't think Travis would have planned this thing so that Mike Dean would be done with the Weeknd's tour, and then they would have a week to finish the album until it drops. I don't think that would fit in any like sane person schedule. Maybe that's how Travis like works, and he's like living on the edge and just trying to do this thing last week. We've seen him do that with Astroworld, by the way, but I just don't see this as a valid point. But he does make a lot of good points in here. I believe the first one with the Kevin Durant is pretty good. I believe the second one with the Shade 45 playing Knife, and especially the Zouk one with Travis hating the leaks of his album. So those are pretty good ones. Now, what I do think will happen is that one of the 2 tracks that got leaked, so Knife or Lost Forever, will drop as a single within the next 2 weeks. I believe if we don't get the album before the Zouk nightclub appearances, then there will definitely be a realistic option as to why a lot of this stuff has been releasing and a lot of this stuff has been happening. So that's at least my hope, my genuine hope, that if we don't get the album, we will at least get a single, maybe the 2 that have been leaked so far, which would make the most sense. So that's it. Travis Scott theory. Let me know what you think about this. Of course, this is just a theory, and as I said, credit goes to Ollie RC for making that video. I saw this and I was like, okay, I got to share this with you guys as well. But show him some love. The channel is dope as well. And as I said, this is not like official confirmation from Travis. This is only a theory by a fan on the Reddit. So that's just kind of like put in the context. But let me know what you think about this. All your thoughts, your opinions, and your theories, let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.